Welcome again. In this video, we look at the evolution focus of your business and the VBE model. So VBE models can be used as a tool to look at which direction your business is heading in and what changes you need to do to your VBE model. So on the x-axis is the time scale and on the y-axis is the VBE value scale. And a VBE curve looks something like this, which has an ascending value with time and then a descending value. A VBE model changes over time because there are changes with your competitors, with your technology, and many other changes which happen over time. Another company will have a different VBE model, and that would be based on existing conditions of those times and suitable for those times. So they would have thought through a VBE model which is suitable for those times. And when that happens, your existing VBE model starts to decline in revenues. Now, the company with the blue VBE model should transition to a new VBE model which is coming up in the future with a new value model, a new business model, and a new ecosystem. So you need to continuously audit what possibilities are there and how could a VBE model be structured with existing or anticipated future conditions. Now, VBE models will drop overnight with paradigm shifts. And we saw those cases of cameras and films and bookstores and pagers when a paradigm shift happened and the whole market changed. Now, the company we are discussing with the blue VBE model was Nokia in 2007 with a market cap of 150 billion US dollars and a 40+% market share of the mobile market. So it ruled the mobile market in 2007. And from 2007 to 2013, when it had to be sold to to Microsoft for 4.6 billion US dollars. So what happened to Nokia's market cap of 150 billion US dollars in 2007 to be sold to near bankruptcy level in 2013? That's a very short time frame for that to happen. And the reason for that was the company with the yellow VBE model curve, which was Apple. And Apple had a 0% market share that time. So VBE models are used as a competitive advantage, and VBE models can be used to build stable revenue streams. They could also be used for gaining market share, and they are used for introducing new concepts and repositioning value in old industries. For example, electric cars or artificial intelligence companies, they need to look at how could they structure their VBE models so there'll be traction and they could compete against the old VBE model companies. So in case of electric cars, they need to compete against the old VBE model of petrol and carbon fuel cars. And the VBE model for this is well established. You have oil companies and petrol stations available everywhere in any country. And also the time taken for filling a petrol tank is 5 minutes versus charging a car. Another factor is residential apartments don't have the charging infrastructure. So people would think twice before buying an electric car. So all these factors contribute to a VBE model. Now you also need to look at advantages the VBE model has against an old VBE model. For example, in this car example, you have a charging point in your residential complex or residential area, whereas you can't have a fuel station in your home. So you need to think through all these factors and then structure a VBE model which can take on the old VBE model. So VBE model is applicable to all businesses irrespective of size. There are some principles of VBE model and let's look at those. First, no business is alone. Business means a transaction. Business means an exchange of value and you need to follow this value. No business is forever, it transforms. It transforms because of competitors, technology changes, and all these factors which come in. And your ecosystem is continuously changing because of that. So you need to be on the lookout for technology and other paradigm shifts which will affect your business. And after understanding those, you understand your value shift factors. Where is my value going to shift? How is it going to shift? How should I be prepared for it? Then work with what you can control. It's no use trying to look at VBE models for landing men on Mars or Moon or something, because you need to think is how is your business going to be affected? Something which is something which is in your purview and what you can control. Then work towards what is possible. So take a time frame of 5 to 20 years, which should be enough for your business. Because if you take too broad a time scale of 50 or something, you won't even know if your business exists in the next 5 to 10 years. And it's no point in having a VBE model for 50 years. Finally, keep an open mind. Try to keep as many diverse inputs as possible, because VBs change because of the whole ecosystem and you need to be aware of it. So try to expand your views of the market as much as possible. And that, I think, is a key towards building good VBE models. Now, every board member or CXO needs to ask, how is my VBE model? What are the changes happening? And in your company, your CEOs and CXOs should be thinking about your company's VBE model. And the whole company should be looking out, how is my VBE model going to change? What are the steps I need to take today so that my VBE model is successful in the future also? So this is a question which your company's leaders need to ask. Write to us with comments and thoughts about how your company is using VBE models. I hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks again.